I like the look of this show. Xavier Ellis to join us shortly from the West. We need to find out what's going on over there with him and also whether they will host a final. Trent Cotchin is going to join us from the hub up there in Queensland. Find out what the Tigers are going to do. Try and bring down the West Coast Eagles. We've got the clangers of the week thanks to Amy. We've got a real poxy joke at the end thanks to Bill. Just got a nice feel about it this show. Hello to you, Fat.
G'day, Jimmy boy. Great to be with you. Bit of sun out. That's what we like today. And there's old Rabsy.
In the Navy was a hit song for the Billy.
Deflepson.
Village people.
Have you heard of Deflepson?
Yeah, I'll put it together.
Yes. Haven't you heard of Deflepson?
All right. Now, Bill, what are we starting with rap style?
Well, we're going to go with round 13 was
Right.
completed last night. Jim, your mob got beaten by 30 points. Wasn't one of the great games of all time, but
was
well
not.
done to Collingwood,
Yes.
who now have 7 wins on the board. Big Coxie was okay. A couple of nice things. I liked Maynard, and Pendlebury is a star.
Yep.
Anything else to say from last night?
Not really. As I said prior to the match, I think the result was pretty predictable, but I like the kids playing for Norths. Keep it like that, and they will develop quickly.
Yes, that's right indeed. Now, all their states are lining up, Jim. They're lining up to
Yes.
host the grand final this year. Even West Coast and Port Adelaide have said they are expected to be able to host finals in their own states.
Right.
That depends on the Western Australian government. So
Yes.
they're lining up to host finals.
Yes.
West Coast is also bidding to buy the hosting rights to their round 18 game against North, Jim.
Oh, hello.
And move that to Optus Stadium, which is interesting.
Righto.
4 states, New South Wales, Queensland, South Australia and West Australia, are all making their pitches this week to host the grand final. And could be 60,000 fans at Optus Oval, so that would help WA.
Stadium even, yep.
Optus Stadium. Also, what else have I got here? Sydney. Keep talking. Sydney is pushing to host the grand final, Jim. What about this one from Sydney?
Yes.
As many as 50,000 could get into ANZ Stadium, but it'd have to be October 17 because the NRL grand final is held the next week, Jim.
You know my thoughts on that place. We don't
that's
want a
right.
grand final there.
No. Queensland will make their pitch on Tuesday.
Yes.
So and they're going to have a big week of just footy stuff, I suppose. There'll be the Brownlow Medal, the Rising Star, the All-Australian Awards, all that will happen up there on the Gold Coast. So that'll be interesting.
Nice. Well, a lot of that will be virtual, has to be, doesn't it? You're going to have players parked everywhere, so I don't know how that's going to actually work from an in-room point of view.
But WA, Jim, has offered 35 million to host the grand final and 50 million to host a couple of finals and the grand final.
Right.
50 million. Would the AFL look at just money?
Well, I guess you've got to line that up against what Brisbane are offering or Queensland are offering, but they have been unbelievably supportive of the competition over the course of this year, Queensland. So it's hard to see that they are unbackable favourites for me to host the grand final, and I don't mind the thought of that, Fat. As long as everyone's allowed into the Gabba, it'll be a fantastic day. Normally they are up there, so I don't mind the grand final being played there if it has to be.
Okay, speaking of playoffs, the NBA playoffs are still going, and 76ers, they're out of the playoffs, and so is their coach, Brett Brown, the Aussie. He's got the lemonade and sauce after they were beaten again, and they went out 4-0, Rabsy.
They did, yeah. Brett Brown still coaches the Boomers, though.
Yeah. No, well, he doesn't coach the 76ers anymore.
No, that's right.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
What else you got?
Well, while we're talking about coaches going out, I told you about 2 weeks ago that the Newcastle coach was gone. Not Newcastle, the Dragons coach was gone. So I told you that. No one else had heard of it. I told you that he was gone. And now, Fat, I also told you yesterday that old Anthony Seabomb was going to get the C-bomb, and look what's happened.
Jim, everyone knew that. He did get the lemonade and sauce, and his name is Anthony Seabold.
I told you C-bomb was getting bombed, and he's out. So don't think my tentacles don't work their way into rugby league.
And it's Emily Seabomb, by the way, the swimmer, Jim. So get that right.
And I also told you, if you want to go back, you can listen to the tape. I also told you Kevy Walters, my man, would take over at the Bronchios.
Which I think he's the favourite at the Bronchios.
Right, well, all you need to say is you were spot on, Jim.
You're a flog, Jim.
All right.
One more thing, Jim.
Oh, yes, please.
Tomorrow night is the big fight between Jeff Horn and Tim Zoo.
Yes.
The son of Costa. So
Zoo
that's very up there in Townsville, I think it is. That'll be a good fight, that one, Jim.
Looking forward to that, of course. But I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to is Xavier Ellis, who is going to join us next from the West.
It's the Rush Hour, JB and Bill, Triple M.